hogy ja, nézzük meg, hogy a UK-nak mi a helyzet, hogy mi az, ami hate speechnek számít a UK-be.
Hi everyone and welcome back to another Sugar Tits video. The UK is cooked. Now don't get me wrong, Australia's on its way to being cooked. Australia's currently sitting at simmering and this bitch is about to boil over. But first I want to tell you about this video
Ja, így Kanada, Amerika, vagy hát nem is tudom melyik, mi lenne a megfelelő sorrend. Kanada az az első, az 100%, ami a legjobban támogatja ugye bármiféle ilyen szabályozásokat a normális dolgok ellen. Aztán Amerika talán, a UK, Amerika és a UK ez nagyon versenyzik a második helyért, és utána Ausztrália.
To TesterUp. If you like playing games, testing new apps and making money, then TesterUp could be right up your alley. Not only is it fun, but it's also rewarding. Instead of playing games without any return, you can play them via TesterUp and get paid for it. It's fast and easy to sign up, and once you're in, you can pick a task or a game and start earning. Just look at this wide selection of games to choose from. I hopped onto TesterUp and thought, what? I play a lot of these games already. Might as well start getting rewarded at the same time, right? This is crazy. You can withdraw real money super fast. Payouts hit your PayPal account within 24 hours. TesterUp is used by millions of users and has super high ratings on Trustpilot. Sounds like a good time to me. Join over 22 million users who are already earning with TesterUp. Click on the link below in the video description or the pinned comment and hop on board the cash train. So yeah, the UK is cooked. It's way past well fucking done. It's basically jerky. And Australia is bordering on the cooked stage too. Because hate speech laws have gone retarded. Oh wait, you can't say that. Don't want to emotionally damage anyone by offending them. As based Holly Valance recently found out when she did an interview with a news program that's supposed to be very free speech, but instead they cut her off and gave her a little tut-tut pip-pip naughty Holly slap on the tits.
During COVID was the big like tester to see how like the meter, and Australia was quite high on that, and that was quite shocking.
Sorry for using that word, but that's okay. But yeah, that's okay.
Ja, ezt nem is értem, bazd meg, hogy a retard az egyébként már ja, hogy így az nem meg, az ilyen nagyon káromkodás, ilyen slur. Nem értem miért. Hamarosan miért? A stupidnak se lehet hívni senkit.
Use that word, yeah. I think some people unfortunately might be offended.
Hey, are we not in free speech nation over here?
That presenter's balls were sweating. No, Holly, we're not in free speech nation. You most certainly cannot say that word. Because our good friends in the UK are experiencing full-blown spaz-out mode when it comes to online hate speech. It's actually fucking scary. Watch this.
And we do have dedicated police officers who are scouring social media. Their job is to look for this material and then follow up with identification arrests and so forth.
This is in relation to some comments that you've made on a Facebook page.
You were the witnesses saying, obviously...
Azt mondjuk nem fejezte be. Meg tudom vajon találni a videót? Itt van-e?
Okay, so
What do you mean I can't have any alcohol?
okay, well I'll tell you. Okay, the time's 20 to 3, 14:40. I'm arresting you on suspicion of improper use of the Electronic Communications Network. I'm just
What?
127 of the Communications Act, okay? So you do not have to say that may harm your defence if you do not mention one question, something which you later are in court. anything you do say may be given evidence. Do you understand that?
So I'm actually being
You're
arrested.
going to be arrested, okay?
Right,
Take
and-
that to the police station.
Right.
Ask you, okay, this is in relation to some comments that you've made on a Facebook page. Okay?
Oh, really? Oh, it's a Facebook crime, is it?
Okay.
Right.
So we need to ask you some questions about that.
Right.
Have you got anything in your pockets, Thomas?
I've got my keys. I got. No, that's about it. I think keys.
So,
Nagyon
anyone
kemény.
arrested, we can search them under Section 32 of the Peace and Benevolence Act.
Right.
And that's for dangerous items.
Hey,
Evidence.
I mean, you said I was going to be arrested under some what information? I'm going to be
We've had
arrested for
reports that
posting on
you've made
Facebook.
some comments that are offensive, obscene, and people have made a complaint about that, and it's transferred. They've come from
Can you tell me
a
what
Facebook
this
account
comment
in your
was?
name.
We'll do
Okay,
that
well
all
we'll
in
do
an
that when
interview.
we interview.
All right. And so,
Okay.
what am I going to be locked up for the night, or
Hopefully
Well,
not.
hopefully not.
right? Do I need to
Unless
take
you
my
film
medications
us.
with me?
How,
Yes, we will look at taking all of those.
When do you need to take them?
Well, I've got pain medications. I've got sleeping medication. I've got anxiety medications, which I might take one of those in a bit.
Okay.
You know.
Well, if we take everything with us, then you've got everything there, haven't you?
And then
Okay.
we've got a nurse up there. They'll be able to.
Okay.
They'll be able to come and see you, and then once you.
Szóval nem tudom, mennyire értettétek. Letartóztatnak egy férfit azért, mert kommentelt a Facebookon egy valamilyen muszlim poszt alá. Especially electronic network communications. Azt nem tudom, hogy itt a kommentekbe leírják-e. Ezt az post. Igen. Hogyha jól emlékszem, valamilyen palesztin, muszlim poszt alá bekommentelte azt, hogy nem, hogy őt ezt nem érdekli, vagy valami ilyesmi. Szimplán csak ennyi, szóval érted? Egy sima kommentért kijött a rendőrség az öreg emberért, és letartóztatták, és bevitték. Itt ilyenek mennek. És ez mikor történt? Tavaly. Tavaly előtt, 2 éve. Szóval figyelj, ki tudja? Nem lehetetlen. Ugye? Lehet engem is elvisznek egyszer. Mert most megmutattam ezt a videót, vagy csak lehet, hogy az algoritmus érted, kapott egy triggert azért, meg kimondtam azt, hogy palesztin vagy muszlim. Lehet, hogy elvisznek. Érted? Egy mémet osztott meg az ember.
Evening. Hello. Come in. You're all right. I'm going to explain a few bits first.
Okay.
Basically, I got a report. Sorry, colleague.
Sit yourself down.
No, it's not right. We got a report I'd say about a month ago.
Yeah.
In essence, you posted some things on the internet that they didn't appreciate.
Really?
Just go over to one.
Okay.
I'll explain a few steps. And
Yeah.
in terms of that, basically, our hate crime team reviewed it and said there are offences there we need to explore.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the time is
Hate crime.
21:31 around arrest for what's referred to as.
És megint ez is, az előző is valami 10 órakor volt. És mindig valamikor ilyen este jönnek.
Section 19.
Section 19?
I'll explain it in a second. You don't have to say anything, but how many defence you don't mention one question, something which relates to a court. Anything you do say, maybe get evidence. Basically, Section 19 refers to spreading what we say like racial hatred. So you've posted something online that we believe is spreading racial hatred.
Twitter, Facebook, what?
I can't explain too much. It's just to give you the context beforehand.
It'll be put to you in an interview.
Because I appreciate you've never been arrested before, have you?
Yeah, once or twice.
Once or twice. Apologies.
Frequent flyer.
Apologies, I didn't think you were. Basically, how it works now is then, obviously, if you've got stuff you'd like to gather, obviously I'm more than willing to talk through what you're able to take with you.
What, you're taking me away now?
Yes, so you're under arrest, so
Yeah.
you're going to Harrogate.
Keci!
You're taking me to Harrogate in the middle of the night over a tweet?
I am, unfortunately.
Is this what you signed up the police to do?
This is my role. I'm trying to be reasonable with you here.
So
if there's stuff you'd like to gather, I'm more than willing to allow you to gather some sort of stuff. Like
És igen, és ugye ez nem az ő hibája, ő csak azt csinálja, amit mondtak neki, hanem hogy tényleg, hogy így mindenféle előzetes beszélgetés nélkül, ez nem is tudom, hogy ez hogy legális amúgy. Hogy este 9-kor egyszer csak így betoppannak az emberek, érted, a rendőrök hozzád, hogy oké, akkor most ezért téged elviszünk. És le vagy tartóztatva.
if you've got any numbers you need, but at the moment...
You join the police to go and arrest people at night for tweets online?
Do you need any medication? I can't imagine that you are going to be in very long.
Szóval én elhiszem, hogy ez a rendőr is, érted, csak csinálja a munkáját, és ő is teljesen, én simán el tudom képzelni, hogy ez az ember ugyanígy feltette a kérdést a rendőrkapitánynak, vagy valakivel, én el tudom képzelni, hogy valakivel beszélt a rendőrségen, hogy a kollégájával, hogy ezt miért most kell csinálni.
Do you need any medication that you take at night?
No.
No. Do you need anything else you can think of? Wallet? Want to change your shoes or out?
I'd like to put some shoes on if that's all right with you.
Of course it is.
Righty, huh?
Of course it is.
We will give you a search here.
Search?
Yeah, just to make sure there's nothing in your pocket that you can harm yourself with whilst you're being transported in the van.
Geci, hallod?
We're going to do it in here rather than outside so all your neighbours can gawk.
Oh, fill your boots, mate. I'm good.
Szóval ilyenkor foglalkoznak azzal, hogy mit gondolnak a szomszédok. Érdekes. Azzal nem foglalkoznak, hogy ez az ember egyébként, érted, föl lett keltve. Vagy fasz tudja, mit csinált, érted, este van.
Do understand that I'm going to make a maximum fuss about this free speech union.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys just doing your jobs, obviously, but your dickhead bosses have just opened up
Így
a
van.
world of shit.
Így van, szóval itt érted a vezetőség. Nagyon durván.
Like 50 better things to do. Because what's your patch? Your Harrogate...
És ez mikor történt? 5 hónapja.
Yeah.
Ez most történt 5 hónapja.
They're not going to be able to credibly tell anybody that they're under-resourced now if they're sending people out to arrest people for tweets. Well, it's no point us debating it, is it? It's your dickhead bosses. Could you... right, just...
Szóval, ez amit ajánlani tudok, ha valaki tervezi azt, hogy kijöjjön Angliába, főképp, ha tervezi azt, hogy kijön Angliába, Londont kerülj el. Ez az én tanácsom. Mert itt nagyon komoly dolgok vannak. Itt ilyenek vannak, hogy érted, a cyberpolice-ba az meg levadász téged egy mémért, egy mém miatt. Meg ilyen, szóval, hogy tényleg, hogy a free speech az itt kurva vékony jégen jár. Mondom, nem lehetetlen, hogy engem is hogy nem lehetetlen, hogy hogyha elég ember beriportol, ugye bizonyos dologgal kapcsolatban nem lehetetlen, hogy ide jönnek. Szóval folytassuk a videót. És itt is.
In relation to some comments that you made on a Facebook page.
UK police arrest a man for criticizing Palestine. Szóval a muszlimizmust, ugye a palesztin, meg Izrael, meg egyéb ilyen baromságot kurvára próbálja cenzúrázni és elhallgattatni az embereket a UK. És ugye meg is van erre a hogy mondjam, meg is vannak erre a megfelelő emberek a megfelelő székekbe.
Saying obviously people while they're over here, etc., we let them into our country, etc.
A woman has been arrested by Cheshire Police in relation to inaccurate information on social media.
Ismét.
To cause obviously anxiety based upon your social media page.
Ismét.
In Russia last year, 400 people were arrested for things that they said on social media. How many people do you think were arrested in Britain for things they said on social media last year? Take a guess.
I have no idea.
3,300.
Really? Arrested for what they said on social media?
Yeah.
My goodness.
In Britain.
3,300 people arrested for shit they said on social media. Even blasting Russia out of the water on that. That is fucking mental. In fact, a recent clip that is doing the rounds on the internet highlights such a case. A blogger was arrested for sharing an anti-Hamas meme online.
Látod? Ha rárakod ezeket a pontokat egy papírra, akkor tudsz húzni egy kurva egyenes vonalat. Ha összekötöd ezeket a pontokat, akkor egy kurva egyenes vonal fog létrejönni.
Online. An anti-Hamas meme. A blogger has blasted British police after they arrested him for sharing a meme on social media that read...
Egy pillanat. Mi a fasz? Ja, szóval nagyon egyszerű. És ha te ez ellen tiltakozol, ugye? Akkor téged elvisz a rendőrség. Ha te ez ellen tiltakozol a UK-be, akkor elvisz téged a rendőrség. Szóval ez kötelezné a nőket, és vannak emberek, ugye, ez az, hogy ismét ugye meg vannak vezetve az emberek. Vannak emberek, akik ezt támogatják, akik azért tiltakoznak, hogy ezt törvénybe hozzák. Nem pedig ez ellen tiltakoznak. És itt elvittek egy bloggert azért, mert az ellen tiltakozott a videóba. Ugye? Szóval azért mondom, hogy ha van rá lehetőségetek, hogyha azt tervezed, hogy te kijössz ide Angliába, azt nagyon gondold át, hogy hova, és hogy miért, mert hogyha van lehetőséged rá, akkor menj máshova. Mondjuk úgy, hogy én is már kezdek azon a szinten lenni, hogy már nem éri meg. Ja.
Hamas. Pete North, 47, filmed officers arriving at his Yorkshire home in the UK on September 25th and telling him that he was being detained because he had posted something on the internet that a member of their hate crime team didn't appreciate. The shocking footage shows an officer explaining that North was being arrested on suspicion of...
Szóval ezt a hate crime team. Szóval a UK Police-nak, a rendőrségnek van egy rendes hate crime team, akik elvisznek téged azért, mert te a Hamas ellen beszélsz.
publishing or distributing written material intended to stir up racial hatred. Hatred of Hamas! Can you believe this? The post in question had been shared by North on X in August and featured a Palestinian flag with the words, and I'm not even going to say this shit, because look what happens when you do.
What, you're taking me away now?
Yes, so you're under arrest, so you're going to Harrogate, unfortunately.
You're taking me to Harrogate in the middle of the night over a tweet?
I am, unfortunately.
Is this what you signed up the police to do?
This is my role. I'm trying to be reasonable with you here.
So
if there's stuff you'd like to gather, I'm more than willing to allow you to gather some sort of stuff like medication, if you've got any numbers you need. But at the moment...
You join the police to go and arrest people at night for tweets online?
We will give you a search here.
Search?
Yeah, just to make sure there's nothing in your pocket that you can harm yourself with whilst you're being transported in the van. We're going to do it in here, rather than outside so all your neighbours can gawk.
Oh, fill your boots, mate. I'm good. You do understand that I'm going to make a maximum fuss about this
free
speech union.
Csak hogy tisztán lássátok.
You guys just doing your jobs, obviously.
Csak hogy tisztán lássátok, hogy ez van itt, ez folyik itt. Hogy milyen pozíció vannak, milyen emberek. És hogy miért tartóztatják le ezeket az embereket, akik ez ellen felszólalnak.
But your dickhead bosses have just opened up a world of shit.
Trust me, if I didn't have to be here, I wouldn't have been. But I'm happy to give you...
I'm quite certain you two have got like 50 better things to do. Because what's your patch? Your Harrogate, Northallerton...
We're referred to as Hambleton. So
yeah.
We're also Harrogate District.
So but of course, like the police they're not going to be able to credibly tell anybody that they're under-resourced now if they're sending people out to arrest people for tweets. Well, there's no point us debating it, is it? It's your dickhead bosses. Could you... right, just a sec. Would you...
We'll be taking that with us, unfortunately.
Right, okay. Well,
Unbelievable, isn't it? It seems like a monumental waste of police resources. So anyway, North was taken to the Bobby station, where the officer in the interview said, well, firstly, let's start with the meme. You posted a meme that said, F Hamas. North said, yeah, I did post a meme that said, F Hamas, because Hamas are a prescribed terrorist organization internationally, including in Britain. He added, I then asked him, just so we're on the same page, you do know who Hamas are? And he just shook his head. He totally looked blank. If you're going to arrest people for
Az előbb
memes,
mondta. Mi a fasz? Itt írja. Itt mondta, hogy mi.
you probably need to pay more attention to current affairs. After being questioned for several hours, North was released without charge. He said, I feel quite strongly that what political cartoons and memes I post on social media is none of the police's business. Nobody should be facing police inquiries for posting memes on Twitter. Amen.
Így
The
van.
whole point of this exercise is not to win convictions, it's to terrorize people like me into thinking twice about posting spicy memes.
Ez így van. Ez az egész, ez csak arra jó, hogy kétszer meggondolják mások, hogy egyáltalán akarnak erről beszélni. Vagy megosztani bármit. Ezt mondom. Nem 0% az esély rá. Az meg engem is lehet meglátogatnak majd. Mert most én ezt megosztom. Viccen kívül. Ez most komoly. Az a durva.
So there you have it, arrested for a spicy anti-Hamas meme. And if you want to be fair, it's probably more to do with what he wrote with the post, which I will not repeat. Oh God. But still, you should be able to say that shit without fear of being arrested in the middle.
De ez egy olyan dolog, hogy egyébként kurvára nem kéne, hogy közünk legyen hozzá. Szóval más országoknak a fővárosába, és más országoknak és más kontinenseknek az országaiba, településeibe ezek az emberek harcolnak egy olyan dolog miatt, amihez nekünk semmi közünk nincs. Mert szimplán nem tartozik bele a mi kultúránkba.
Of the night. And what I want to know is, what are the rules
És minket visznek el.
surrounding this? Does it only apply to people who aren't of that race? Like, I'm half Asian, right? If I go online putting out memes saying, Asians are shithouse drivers, we've got slanty eyes, and we love fucking rice and pandas and water buffaloes and shit, never trust a female Asian driver with a bag of MSG. Are they gonna come get me? Does it apply to me because I'm half Asian? I can say that shit, right? Do I get a pass by the law? It seems mental to me. And what's even more mental is seeing UK
Érted, mi az, ami engedélyezi azt, hogy ilyet mondhass. Mi az, ami nem. Például én majd mondhatom azt, hogyha esetleg kijön ide a rendőrség, akkor én mondhatom azt, hogy akkor ez most hate crime a magyarok ellen? Most komolyan megpróbálják diszkriminálni Magyarországot rajtam keresztül? Érted? Amúgy ki tudja, majd meglátjuk, ha esetleg megtörténik, akkor majd úgy is megosztom. Az content lesz.
Agreeing with this bullshit.
She is guilty and she deserves to be in prison. She'll probably meet up with people like herself in prison, and they can set up their own racist group. Well, but she deserves to be locked up.
So when you do the maths, she actually would have been sentenced to closer to actually 5 years.
Yeah. 10,000 people in this country have been arrested this year for things that they've put out on the internet. That's more than people have been arrested by President Putin in Russia. We are seeing a chilling erosion of people's right to free speech.
Holy shit, it's 10,000 now? Well, then...
Szóval egy kommunista országban nagyobb a szólásszabadság, mint Angliába. Ez durva.
Numbers are just going up, aren't they? Oh, it boggles the mind to think about how much money the government is spending on finding these tweets, on arresting these people for tweets, on jailing these people for tweets. Crazy.
It is something we should be really concerned about. There's been 2 recent cases. Parents arrested for criticising a head teacher in a school WhatsApp
This is on the front page of the Mail today.
Parents arrested for criticising a head teacher in school on WhatsApp. This knows no bounds, does it? You think you're safe on Facebook putting a little snarky comment in about a teacher? Fuck no. They're going to come and arrest you.
Boris Johnson has weighed in on this, said this this has a chilling effect on free speech, including, for example, journalists like you.
Absolutely, and my column yesterday was on exactly that. But this was at a point of such massive mass hysteria, and lives were endangered.
The words were endangering people. The words were armed with machetes. The words were cocked and ready with Molotov cocktails. The words. The fucking words. Here's one for you. Harden the fuck up. Whatever happened to the day of harden the fuck up? Whatever happened to the common knowledge that if something hurt your feelings, you had the option to shrug it off, to not give a fuck, to ignore it, and carry on with your lives.
And words are never just words. As Gina said, you know, what if, look, I get such death threats, I have to have a fire extinguisher in my post box.
Okay, oh, that bitch is crazy. That chick is crazy.
És megint látod az öreg, az idős nők, bazd meg.
Fire extinguisher in your post box. Do you have a trigger set up? Is it automated? And what are you doing that's getting you such volatile hate mail? You look like a sweet old lady on the outside, but there's got to be some shady shit going on in your closet. And the politicians don't know what to do with themselves. They're doing what typical politicians do, arguing and faffing about, making so-called changes for the good of the people. Bullshit. And nothing's getting fucking done about it.
Can the Secretary of State confirm if it is now a crime in Britain to tell potentially offensive jokes and perhaps face armed arrest?
Mr. Speaker, the Right Honourable Lady will know well that I cannot comment on live police investigations as the police operate independently of government. But the Home Secretary has been clear that her priority and the priority of this government is that the police focus on tackling antisocial behaviour and making sure that people can walk our streets free from fear.
And according to Nigel Farage, it should not only be the...
De hogyan tudsz bazd meg úgy sétálni az utcán félelem nélkül, bazd meg, ha elvisznek téged egy poszt miatt, geci. Egy Facebook poszt miatt. Meg, mondom, bazd meg, itt nagyon kemény.
Brits in fear of this, but it should be any citizen of any country planning on playing tourist in fair England.
But hey, that's fine. You can say what you like. I don't care. Because that's what free speech is. And in a sense, this has all been going wrong now for a couple of decades. We've kind of forgotten the Voltairean principles that we'll fight and defend to the death your right to say something that we fundamentally disagree with. You know, I come from the land of Magna Carta. I come from the land that gave us the mother of parliaments, and it doesn't give me any great joy to be sitting in America and describing the really awful authoritarian situation that we have now sunk into.
He goes on to talk about the arrest of Father Ted creator Graham Lennon over a problematic trans post that saw Graham arrested at the airport and escorted away by 5 heavily armed policemen over a tweet.
And we, of course, have the extraordinary events that we understood yesterday of Graham Lennon, the comedic writer, and he put out some tweets months ago when he was in Arizona, and months later he arrives at Heathrow Airport to be met by 5 armed police. And he was arrested and taken away for questioning. He's not even a British citizen. He's an Irish citizen. This could happen to any American man or woman that goes to Heathrow.
Szóval, ja, ezt mondom. Akár én is célpont vagyok akkor azért mostantól a rendőrség számára. Hónapokkal később fogták el, ugye? Hónapokkal később kérdezték ki az embert. Bazzeg, akkor elképzelhető, hogy mondom, én nekem is egyszer csak betoppannak az ajtómon, geci. Azt a kurva.
Has said things online that the British government and British police don't like.
Is it so surprising when comedians have been under attack for quite some time now? John Cleese recently shared a post featuring a quote from Rowan Atkinson, drawing renewed attention to a speech delivered nearly 2 decades ago. Rowan Atkinson said, "What is wrong with inciting intense dislike of a religion if the activities or teachings of that religion are so outrageous, irrational, or abusive of human rights that they deserve to be intensely disliked?" Well, something tells me Rowan Atkinson would think twice before posting that online these days. The UK government would probably see him revert back to his Mr. Bean character. Mute as fuck. And I'm not just coming for the Brits. Over here in Australia, we've got our own shit to worry about. The Australian government's recent passing of hate speech laws after the Bondi tragedy is a gargantuan fuckstorm of crazy. Check out some of this shit that's just passed the bill.
The federal government's proposed hate speech laws are an attack on the Australian way of life. Next week, federal parliament is being recalled for an emergency sitting to pass these laws in the wake of the horrifying Bondi massacre. Now, these proposed laws represent a profound misuse of the criminal law. What's worse is that there's nothing in the legislation that actually would have stopped the tragic events at Bondi. Here are 3 reasons why these laws should be abandoned.
Szóval igen, akkor inkább létrehoznak olyan törvényeket, amik a szólásszabadságot korlátozzák, mint sem létrehoznának olyan szervezeteket, amik a problémát előznék meg, vagy egyáltalán kiiktatnák, amiről egyébként ugye a hate speech szólna. Érted? Szóval ennyi, bazd meg. Ezt a kurva bazzeg.
The bill criminalises opinions about matters of public policy and will open the door to a police state. Section 80.2BF of the bill creates a new racial
public place and promote inside hated group of the race, color, national ethnicity, blah, blah, blah. És de igen, szóval, hogy ez is valami volt, gondolom, valamilyen. Ja, várjál, ez nem az volt, hogy az a zsidó ember megölt ugye erről volt szó, hogy Ausztráliában a tengerparton azért egy zsidó megölt nem tudom mennyi embert, megsebesített egy csomó embert. És akkor az ausztráliai governmentnek, ugye önkormányzatnak az volt erre a válasza, hogy kiterjesztette a hate speech-t a zsidókra is. Most az mindegy, bazdnek, ez nem
vilification offence, where a person could go to jail for 5 years if their words could hypothetically cause fear or intimidation in another person based on their race, ethnicity, or nationality.
Are you getting this, Australia? Are you getting this? You can face up to 5 years jail for hurting someone's feelings. Hypothetically
cause fear
for race-related issues. What does that even mean?
Now, this would mean that any Australian expressing a political opinion that touches on race, national or ethnic origin could face jail.
Mikor fognak végre valami olyat létrehozni, ami engem véd? Ami az olyanokat védi, akik kurvára nem akarnak foglalkozni ilyen baromságokkal, mint gender, race, meg politika, meg vallás. Érdekes, valamiért érted, a normális emberek ellen, a normális emberekért nem készülnek törvények, de ellenük viszont igen.
Jail time if their words are hypothetically capable of causing fear, or intimidation.
Oh, that's awesome, given we live in the most soft-cock era of humanity that we've ever seen, where people get offended over shit like a man having his legs too far apart on the train, or something like Lizzo in a thong bikini on the Sports Illustrated cover.
Holy
No, actually,
shit.
that one is pretty offensive. We live in the age of soft-cockness. Everyone's fucking offended by everything. Hypothetically.
Under the new laws, it doesn't matter what your intention was at the time, which is typically crucial in criminal law. There also doesn't need to be an actual victim or any actual harm.
Bazzeg, ha én is ezek közé az emberek közé tartoznék, akkor nekem is be kéne játszani azt, hogy én mennyire sértettnek érzem magam, hogy én normális emberként mindig csak az áldozata vagyok annak, hogyha valami történik ezekkel az emberekkel.
To be caused for you to be prosecuted. It only needs to be hypothetically possible that a person could feel intimidated, fear harassment or violence, or fear for their safety based on their race or national or ethnic origin. Now, this will have a chilling effect on legitimate public debate, especially around migration and multicultural policy. Number 2, the bill opens the door to political discrimination by giving politicians the ability to label their political opponents as hate groups. Section 114A.4 of the new law empowers the Minister for Home Affairs to declare an organisation a prohibited hate group if the Minister is satisfied that the organisation has engaged in a hate crime. Number 3, it will be mainstream Australians who pay the price, not hate preachers. The bill's expansive scope and incoherent drafting ensure its provisions will not be used to prosecute extremists, but rather ordinary Australians engaging in political debate. Nowhere in the proposed legislation are there protections for mainstream Australians to express their genuinely held beliefs. Yet Section 80.2BF4 provides an exception that will allow hate preachers to continue their activities if they successfully argue that they're doing so in discussion of religious texts or teaching.
Oh, that's cool. So we'll start seeing religious sects pop up left, right, and center. I am the preacher of the house of religion of no fat chicks.
So while you could be prosecuted for expressing genuine concerns about an issue, particularly on migration or multicultural...
Tényleg, bazd meg, azért vajon elvinnének? Az mekkora hack? Létrehoznék egy vallást, és az ellen prédikálnék, hogy a házunk nem fogad el dagadt nőket, csak vékony, jó kinéző nőket. És csak ők joinolhatnának be, tudod? Mi? Ez vajon működne? Hát érted? Hát mindenféle vallási szervezetek létrehozhatják a saját kis szektájukat, akkor bazd meg, én is létrehozhatnám ezzel. És akkor csak azok jöhetnének be, akit én azt mondok, hogy lehet. Ez mekkora hack lenne. Lehet meg kéne csinálni.
policy without any legal defense. A hate preacher would be able to claim that they were simply engaging in religious discussion. Now, the result is not the prevention of violence or extremism, but rather the criminalization of lawful opinion and the suppression of democratic discourse.
Yeah, well, that's fucking fucked. Like I said, Australia's well on its way to being cooked like Britain. And with retarded laws, yes, I said it, retarded, laws becoming the norm like this, we're sure to see more and more cases of people being arrested online for hate speech. Just like these.
Ezt mondom, a szólásszabadságot, a szabad akaratot, a demokráciát egyre jobban korlátozzák le, egyre jobban próbálják így beskatujázni, meg törvényezni, egészen addig, amíg ketté nem fog törni. Mert már lassan tényleg semmi értelme nem lesz ezt demokráciának és szólásszabadságnak hívni. Ha minden egyes szavad és minden egyes cselekedeted valamilyen úton, módon törvények alá van helyezve.
This weekend, we've had the UK police arresting a dad for comments that he made about his 9-year-old girl's school teachers on a WhatsApp.
Well, if you think there's free speech in the UK, you're kidding yourself at this point.
Look at the footage you see there on the screen. The police sent 6 officers to go and arrest a middle-aged couple for comments that they made in a WhatsApp group. But the fascinating thing here, fascinating but also chilling thing, is the way the UK has now become this sort of place where it's a real dystopia. You know, the cops knock on your door for saying the wrong thing online.
This gentleman, he made some anti-immigration tweets. Only 33 people saw his tweets in total. He was arrested and jailed for 18 months over 2 tweets.
18 fucking months? What in the
The phone isn't seized right now, and we're not able to basically get the phone. We'd have to escalate this further, which means all those people will get arrested.
For what? You in a social media post? Is that?
I need to go with that.
No, absolutely not.
What should we do to prevent destruction of evidence?
I'm sorry.
Lisa.
That's fine. I would like you to leave now. I'd like you to leave. Okay. I have nothing more to say to you. A social media post. I've got nothing more to say. I'd like you to leave. You've harassed this child enough. I'd like you to leave.
But I do feel people need to know what's going on out there. And if they think that they're quite safe and they can just sit at home and maybe just knock out a little tweet that, you know, they think is a bit edgy or whatever, you know, just be aware of the climate out there at the moment. And, you know, it could be a knock on your door.
And then we'll be doing this as easy as possible.
But you're not at risk. You're not at risk. The public aren't at risk.
Unfortunately, Julian, we don't know you, so we're just going to have to do this as part of the procedure.
Yes. Julian.
És ismét, látod, ezt mondom. Csak minden egyes ilyen, érted? Rak egy extra pontot a papírra, ami a pontokat összekötöd, és egy teljes, és egy egyenes vonal lesz belőle. Nem lesz gűrbe-gúrba, nem. Egy egyenes vonal lesz belőle.
And I do know you, and I've just recognised you, so we'll go in and we'll sort that, and I'll speak to you inside and we'll sort that. I know you're not a risk to the officers. I didn't know that I've not clicked the name or anything at all. I was asked just to come and help. Obviously myself.
They cuffed me. They came inside. They told me they were going to do a Section 32 search of my house.
What?
They wanted. They were looking for evidence of extremism.
Várjál, de ez izé volt.
And if
Retired police officer. Hogy egy nyugdíjazott, egy nyugdíjas rendőrt kutattak át. Menj már a faszomba. Ezért a posztért.
Julian, I do know you.
De várjál, de nem értem, hogy mi ebbe a hét. Semmi hate crime ebben nincsen. Egy lépésre vagyunk attól, hogy step away from storming Heathrow, hogy zsidók érkezését keressék. Nem tudom pontosan magyarul lefordítani, de érted, szóval, hogy egy lépésre vannak attól, hogy Heathrow-ba zsidók után nézzenek. Zsidók érkezését nézzék, vagy valami ilyesmi. Mi a fasz? És ez egy hate crime, ez egy olyan poszt, amiért egy nyugdíjazott rendőrt elfogtak.
I didn't know that I've not clicked the name or anything, so I was asked just to come and help. Obviously myself.
They cuffed me. They came inside. They told me they were going to do a a Section 32 search of my house. They wanted, they were looking for evidence of extremism. This is just absolutely unbelievable.
Mit gondoltak, hogy mit találnak izét? Gránátokat, meg ilyenek? Vagy én nem tudom, bazd meg. Izét, egy listát találnak, bazd meg nevekkel? Áthúzva, vagy kipipálva, vagy mi? Mi a fasz?
They wanted to seize all my digital devices, phones, laptop. And they went through every room, they went through every wardrobe, cupboard, drawer. They went in my loft, they searched my garden shed. Body-worn footage of them going through your wife's underwear, that kind of thing. It's hard to describe. I've got some newspaper cuttings from the time that my daughter died. And they were going through those. I'm just an average person with probably an average set of views on most things. I'm a law-abiding person. I've never been in trouble for anything. To be sort of treated, like a common criminal. It did affect me badly, and it still does.
Cool. Something to look forward to. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to check me out on Rumble, BitChute or X, though we'll have to be careful about...
Ismétlem. Nagyon gondold meg, hogy jönni akarsz-e Angliába. Nem csak Londonba. Angliába. Mert amint láttátok a videóba, itt egész Anglia célpont. Nagyon durva. Ember. Ja. Így. Ja. Mondom, imádom Sugar Tits-et. Nyomassátok.